Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Chefs and Two Dogs. Guess who's back? Chef Tony is back from Florida.
Cheers.
So, what's with the weight loss, man? What'd you do?
Gotta watch myself, doing some working out.
How much did you lose?
Between 40 and 50 pounds.
50 pounds. So, I take it you're not drinking that heavy beer anymore, maybe?
No.
What are you drinking?
Miller Lite.
That's what we're drinking, Miller Lite. It ain't the same! It tastes good. Hey, it'll kind of wear on you.
Yeah, what? 90 calories opposed to what? 350
Yeah.
calories per beer?
Per beer. Maybe I'll lose a little weight. So how's work going down in Florida?
Good, good. We've been busy. We sit there and been doing a lot of weddings, a lot of convention. Hotels still sold out.
Yeah? Did you get a haircut when you were here?
No.
Let's see. Oh, you need the haircut though. Well, we gave a little bit of a challenge here. We're going to be doing some more of this COVID cooking on a budget, because that's the way we did it at our house. And I told Chef Tony that he has to come up with a recipe with bell pepper, and it can only be $5 a person for 4, so he can only spend $20, and I can only spend $20 on my dish. You're actually getting 2 recipes today for the price of 1. Actually, it's free.
Free.
So, by the way, Chef Tony's dog's not here today.
Yeah, I flew in, so Rocky had to stay in Florida.
Rocky's in Florida.
Yeah.
Crying because he's missing it all. So I'm going to make stuffed bell peppers, and you're going to make...
I'm going to make sausage and pepper hoagies.
Ooh.
With shredded Italian cheese and some herbs in there. We're going
And-
to cook with a little bit of beer as well.
Good. And you're going to grill the sausage?
We're just going to sear them in a pan.
Sear them in a pan.
Yep.
That way we don't have to light the grill and we can save money on the charcoal. So, I'm going to go ahead and get mine started first, because mine's going to have to go in the oven for a few minutes while you can do yours real quick, and then we can check them out together at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, I'm going to dice up an onion here. Now I'm going to be using about a pound of some ground beef. And before, I used to actually use ground round, but the problem is I had to drain it. So about maybe a year ago, I started making this recipe with the ground sirloin, because that way it's a little more expensive, but it still stays in the budget. Because I already had rice in the house. Who doesn't have rice in the house? So I didn't have to buy rice. We're going to get a nice dice in this onion here. Now, if you like a lot of onion, you can use the actual whole onion. I'm only going to use maybe half, because I'm only making 4 peppers here, so. And they're always better for leftovers anyway, so we gotta get this pot hot, of course, before we do anything. And I'm gonna get the onions in a nice bowl here on the side. Now the garlic, I'm gonna be using 2 cloves. I'm gonna give them a nice pop here and get that skin off of there. Hey, actually, Chef Tony, yesterday we actually did our very first live event here.
Yeah, I was watching it on YouTube.
Oh, it was excellent. We picked up 9,000 subscribers in 24 hours. We just hit 100,000 about 2 months ago, and I finally got my silver plaque. And it's just going nuts, which we love. We love teaching everyone to cook and having fun, drinking some beer and some wine. See, I'm going to get a little puree on this, because nobody wants to get a little garlic chunk in their stuffing on the pepper here. I'm going to use some grapeseed oil here, because I don't want any flavor from olive oil in my ground beef. So we're going to put some of that in there. I'm going to get my onion in. Just to give it a little bit of color. Hold off on the garlic, because I don't want it to burn. I just threw some garlic in, by the way, to get it quick sauté. And I don't want to go really too long. You don't want to go too long, because you don't want to burn the garlic. I'm going to get my ground sirloin in here. I'm going to get that pushed down. I'm going to get it pushed down and get a nice sear on there. Give it some color before we start moving it around the pan with our spoon. So we're going to get this meat browned off here. Now what I'm going to do with this ground beef here, I'm going to add it to my big bowl.
You grew up eating this?
Yeah, we had this all the time. We had 8 kids in the house when I was a kid.
Nice.
This is pre-made white rice. I'm going to do about the same amount of rice as I do have on the meat. And we're going to mix this around. Now at this point you can actually add hot pepper flakes if you like, which I think I'm going to do. Give maybe a half a teaspoon, not too much.
I use these too.
Another layer of flavor here.
Steal your secrets.
Now we're going to set this aside, and I'm going to use the exact same pot so you don't dirty another one. I'm going to get it turned on. I'm going to fill it up with some water. Now we're going to get this water boiling, and while it's doing that I'm going to remove the tops of our bell pepper, and we're going to reach in and grab this seed clump out of here because now you have room to stuff it. And those white ribs in there, just try to reach in and get as many of them out of there as possible because they're really flavorless. There's, just white ribs. I'm going to save the tops for my salad. Don't throw anything away here. I'm going to start the recipe by taking 2 cans of Campbell soup. I'll get it into a saucepan. Now instead of using water, I'm going to use whole milk, 1 can of each. For extra flavor. This can actually be sitting in the background and just simmering on low, and we'll just pour it on top of the pepper before we pop it in the oven. Put that fucker over here. Now the secret to the recipe is I'm going to pre-boil my green bell pepper for only about 2 minutes. 2 minutes 30 seconds if that. This way the pepper is going to be more done, it's going to digest better, it's going to chew better, and it's going to be a lot better experience for you and your guests or family. Now, there's a danger in getting these peppers out of here because if you use a pair of tongs, you see that channel? When you pick up the pepper, that water is going to come down that channel and burn your hand. So, for best bet, use 2, a pair of tongs and a spoon. The tongs are going to hold the pepper as you use the spoon and drain out that water. Then you can put it upside down on the paper towel so they can drain. And our soup is already hot and ready to go. Well, now we can just put them all together. We'll take our stuffing and spoon it into our pepper. Place it in our baking dish. Next we're going to take our pre-cooked tomato sauce here, pour it in, fill it all the way up until it's almost to the top. Now you notice I didn't put any salt in the stuffing because there's a boatload of sauce. Now you notice I didn't salt the filling at all because there's a ton of salt in that sauce. Now I'm going to place this into my 375 degree oven here for about 30 minutes. And you can go ahead and start your thing.
Sounds good. Just do one thing.
But
Another beer.
gotcha.
So for me, I'm going to do a nice ballpark recipe. I'm going to do Italian sausage on a hoagie with some onions and peppers. Since the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are in the World Series.
And the Braves aren't. Rub it in.
So I have mild Italian sausage right here. And then the first thing that I'm going to do is kind of just make a quick garlic butter. I have it on low heat right here. I don't have to go as fine because I'm just using this to kind of flavor the butter, which I have right here. And then what I'm going to do is pre-toast my hoagie buns with this garlic butter. Bread knife. So yeah, we have some really nice dinner rolls here from the bakery. I'm just not going to come all the way through, but just enough to open them all the way up. We'll just put the bread right in there, let it get all toasty. Then I was doing that, I'm gonna start cutting my onions and peppers. Here's the half that you didn't use.
Yeah, so you're removing the top and the bottom of the onion. Why?
Because I'm gonna just julienne it, so I don't have to worry about keeping the root on there, so it doesn't fall apart while I'm trying to dice it. I'm just going straight across, gonna do a julienne, nice and thin. Left, so I can put them over here. So again, just gonna slice them nice and thin. Now, a lot of times I see people when they cut bell peppers, they'll cut the tops off, the bottoms off. Now with the way we're gonna be cutting, again, I'm gonna just do slices just like this. I'm gonna just cut it right in half. And then just rip out the seeds and any ribs. And just, again, just slice them.
Now notice you are cutting it with the shiny side of the pepper down.
Yeah, the skin's a lot tougher, so the knife goes through this side a lot easier. You don't have to worry about it so much with green peppers, but definitely red peppers, yellow or orange.
Now you're not going to grill your sausage, you're going to pan sear it?
Then I'm going to pan sear, I'm going to put everything in the same pan, I'm going to let it, all the flavors build up. So first I'm going to put my sausages in. It's almost going to build a fond because it's going to have nice little crusty bits on the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going to throw my onions and peppers just right there on top of there, let them start cooking down. A lot of the moisture, a lot of the water and sugars there in the peppers will start pulling that stuff up. And then right there at the end I'm going to hit it with about a quarter of a beer. We don't want to go too much more than that because we don't want to waste the beer.
I know.
That's the only bad part. The beer's going to make it taste good, but cooks out all the alcohol.
I hate when that happens.
I'm just going to put my hand right on there, just kind of push it down so the heat will actually start crusting the bread evenly. Alright, as you can see, nice good crust.
Oh man, look at that.
Beautiful. Golden brown. Alright, so now we have nice golden.
Oh, that was mine.
Yes.
No, I think I want this one. It's got more butter.
Yeah. Do the grapeseed oil again. Keep this garlic in there. Now we're going to check them, and we're going to flip them. Again, we got nice golden brown. Flip all these.
Smell good.
Yeah. So let these go a little bit longer. I love the cutting board. How'd you sit there and get your name and everything on that?
Oh, I bought a laser, and I can laser names and logos, and I laser my logo on the front now.
Nice.
Better than that branding iron we used to use, you know?
Yeah. Love it.
I still got my original board we did 5 years ago, but it's upstairs in the upstairs kitchen. And we use this one for the studio. Because they're on the website. They're for sale.
Nice and printed. I mean, nice and clean. Very nice. So I flipped these. Should start having good color on the other side. I'm going to start adding all this stuff in here. Again, all this stuff is just going to build flavor into this pan.
Onions and pepper in a skillet drives people crazy.
I don't think there's any better smell than sauteed onions and peppers. I'm going to take this clove of garlic that's sitting over here. Just add this again. A lot of times when I'm cooking, I'm just improvising and looking at ways to build more flavors and stuff. So with these, we have Italian, mild Italian sausage. So to kind of give it a little bit of spice, I'm going to add some crushed red pepper. And we are going to get a little bit of a kick to it. Then I'll also add a little bit of salt to my onions and peppers. It's going to help draw some of that moisture out. It's going to help them caramelize faster.
There's that puree again.
Oh yeah.
No garlic chunks in that. People are eating it. That's awesome.
But the finer you cut it, the more of the flavor you get.
Yep.
It spreads out a lot more.
It's also good for the board, man.
Yeah, look at that.
Smells good. Oil the board down.
I'm going to add the crushed red pepper right to it now. And by doing this, a lot of the oils from the red pepper seeds will come out. And it'll be a little bit more hot.
Hey, I noticed you washed your hand after you touched the pepper flakes, huh?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Try using the bathroom, you'll find out quick.
Or if you rub your eye.
I'm going to turn this up just a little bit more. But now that we have all those onions, those peppers in there, there's going to be a lot of water, there's going to be a lot of moisture. We kind of just want it to help cook the sausages the rest of the way.
Go look real quick.
Real quick, I just want to kind of poke these, kind of release some of the pressure from the fats that have been cooking inside there, so they don't blow and make a big mess. Alright, so as you can see, the onions are cooking down, sausages are almost there. I'm going to add a little bit of beer. Alright.
Where's the cheese going to go? In the skillet with the peppers and the onions?
No, the cheese is going to be topped. The sausages are going to be topped, and then we'll put them in the broiler.
Oh, let me turn the broiler on. Okay. Correct.
Alright. So now that our hoagies are nice and toasted, our sausage and peppers are already cooked. They're just kind of steaming in this beer broth deliciousness. We're going to sit there and build another layer of flavor. We're going to use some Italian herb seasonings, and we're going to season the cheese.
Well, hell's bells.
We can even put a little bit more of this crushed red pepper in there. We can handle it.
Hey, goes with the beer.
It goes with the beer. Then we're just going to stir it, and then you have all that flavor just cooking in that cheese. Alright, so we're going to start putting these together. Look at that.
Smells good.
What I like to do is take the sausages, and then I will cut them in half.
Man, they look juicy.
Put them right back in there. And then I can bring the sheet pan right here.
So this also will help cook the middle if the middles aren't done yet, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're already cooked, but the way I like to layer them in the hoagie, that way you get a nice bite of sausage and peppers on every bite. And then I got my hoagies right here. Build these things up. You layer the sausage like this, then you have a bite every time, or else you would have almost like a ½ inch, ¼ inch of just bread. So this way, you have plenty.
Oh yeah.
And then last but not least, we're going to top these with a cheese mixture. Put a little bit right over here too, that way it gets that crusty cheese.
Let me get the door open.
I don't think anybody has ever said there's too much cheese on something.
Yeah.
I'll put these in the broiler. Woo, man, when you look at that, you can sit there and smell the herbs and that cheese. I think we're ready to eat.
Let's do it. Yeah. When you serve the pepper, you want to slice it down the middle. Open it up. Hit it with that sauce. Oh, baby. Man, are you ready to eat?
Yes, I'm ready.
I can hear your stomach growling. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel. We got a lot more great videos coming down the road. And we'll see you next time on
2 chefs and 2 dogs.